Good evening.
Good evening.
Whoa, 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 whoa. Property. Do not touch my sign. Do not touch. Oh my gosh. Are you, what are you doing? What are you detaining me for? What are you detaining me for? What are you detaining me for? This is public property. I have a map. I have Adams County property map. I'm telling you, this is trespassing.
The security
No.
asked you to
He told
leave.
me that I was
He told
trespassing.
you to
I told
leave.
him I wasn't trespassing. He
You
can't
don't
tell me
get
to leave
paid-
off of
No,
public
you-
property. This is not public. This is not private property.
can't
I have a
tell
map. Adams County property. I have
What
a
are
map.
you doing?
I have a map that claims that this is public property. I looked up
Do you have
before I
some
went
ID?
here, sir.
Do you have some ID?
I will give you my ID if you give me what
Take your
charge
ID.
I am being charged with.
You're going to be charged with trespassing.
Like I said, I need a map first before you show me my ID.
No,
Yes, I do.
you don't.
Okay, then can you let me go get a map?
No.
Can you, why not, dude, I looked up Adams County website interactive map that showed this property line. And I know this because this is a right-of-way, sir, and the property line
What's a
starts
right
there,
of way?
sir. A right-of-way is what this street guarantees is open, and this is not property.
If
This
it's
is
not property, then you can't stand here and do this because it's a public safety hazard, which then makes it you can't do that in the city
Well,
of
look,
Westminster.
Look,
You're in the city of Westminster.
you do
Can I have
whatever
your name,
you need to
please?
do.
What's your last name?
Look, no, I have no problem
What's your
giving my
last
ID
name,
here.
please?
Sir,
What's your last name,
I'm
please?
telling you, the name is William Montgomery, birthday of July 7, 1985. And like I said before, I looked at a map before I showed up here, so I knew that I wouldn't be trespassing because
Okay.
I like to follow the laws.
Okay.
And I also know that your statute of 941 panhandling only includes solicitation, and I'm not soliciting. And also, it says that I'm not traveling out into the public portion of the roadway, and the ACLU has a very big issue with just simply moving people along that are on medians and medians alone. So I know what statute you can write me if you really need to. It's going to be 941. But I can absolutely tell you, please go look at your jurisdictional map because this is not private property. This is not trespassing. I looked at the Adams County map. If you were to go with us into my vehicle, I have that map preloaded, ready to show you because I knew this would happen. I knew that you guys, that somebody would mistake this as trespassing.
You still live on Flint Ridge Place?
305 East Magnolia Street.
305 East?
Magnolia Street. It's 221. I apologize, but
I'm sorry, what city is that?
Fort Collins, Colorado, 80521. I mean, I understand you're trying to do your job, but that was really, really, really fast for you to jump to a conclusion that I'm somehow trespassing because somebody else.
I was already out talking to somebody here, and I told them to move along.
Well, that has nothing
So
to
that's
do
not
with
a
me.
fast. That's not a fast.
That has nothing to do
Why
with
is he
me.
standing there? Why is he standing there recording?
He's a
it then?
witness.
He's not a witness. He's with you.
He's a witness, sir. And if anything, we know where the property lines are. He was standing there, and he got his warning, and I'm standing here. And I didn't get any warnings, and I'm not trespassing. In fact, I didn't even get a warning for trespassing. How could you tell me that I'm trespassing when you gave him the warning? Sorry, no. We'll just wait for him to process us. Wow, dude, he was ready to arrest me just like that.
Without even citing statute, that's straight up kidnapping.
Without even asking me what I'm doing here. Where's your reasonable suspicion, sir?
Probable cause. Not even in that.
Sorry, no. Wait, no, this guy, he's half good, dude. Let him figure it out.
I don't know, man. That was the most trigger happy I've ever seen a police officer in my life. This is scary. We're poor. Not critical.
Man, he tried to take my sign out of my hands.
That's a fucking hate crime, man.
Hey, wait, no, don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. Just let him figure out that it's not trespassing. No warnings. Oh, wait. He tried, the security guard tried to use that he pulled up and told me to leave as his warning. That's why the cop came back around.
Gave you a warning on public land.
Yep.
For a police officer to give you a private. Oh, man.
Exactly.
Don't make me take this.
can't give me warnings on public land. Hey Dave,
Follow the procedure.
call 911 and get a supervisor here.
Okay, I'm calling 911.
Or no, not 911. Just wait, just hold on.
Okay, we'll see.
We'll
I don't
see.
know. I don't want to escalate.
Yeah, exactly. And we'd rather have his personal or
Maybe this
the
is a really bad
the police
education
department's
lesson.
phone number, their main line. We'll ask that if needs be.
Education lesson. Bureaucracy requires education.
Excuse me, sir. Are you detaining me?
If you get arrested, I'm calling the sheriff.
Are you detaining me or am I free to go?
No, I still have you right.
May I have my ID back? Do you still need it? Do you still need my ID? What do you need it for? I'm sorry, I can't hear. I don't want to go onto the private property. Could you speak up? Why do you need my ID? All the information there is on it that you have. Look, he's not detaining me, but he won't give me my ID back.
Hey, look, whatever it takes to case law, get arrested, it doesn't matter. The ACLU needs to know this.
Exactly. Yep. I looked at a map before I even showed up here.
40 years go by. Told my kids I'm not in transit anymore. We're just saying local marketing.
Again, sir, may I have my ID back if you're done identifying me? This is ridiculous. Like I said, Adams County website, adcogov.gov. Oh, I know.
Carry on, Constitution, sir. You don't want to lose the job.
Hey, are you a security or are you a cop? Okay. Hey, if I may talk to one of you real quick. Okay. I have an Adams County map that shows that this is a right-of-way. I actually I looked it up before I showed up here. The right-of-way line goes along here. This right here. If you guys need me to show it to you, I can show it to you. I looked at it before I showed up here. This is considered within the right-of-way of this street here. Like I said, I have a map.
So, I have no idea what's going on.
If they really want to arrest me, all I have to do is the same thing as I did before. Motion to dismiss, show my map. I've done this before, guys. I looked at this before I did this. Adams County website, interactive map. Are you detaining me, guys, or am I free to go?
You can leave if you like.
I need to have my ID back. He said that he needed it for identification purposes, and it's been about 10 minutes now. I don't think he needs any more information on it.
Well, I think once he's done with it, he'll give it back to you.
May I have my ID back now? Is there any legal reason why you guys are holding on to it?
What's your phone number?
970-412-5463. You guys can investigate me all you want. I completely understand that you have to do your jobs, but what you have to understand is that we are very used to private party security officers misinforming police and falsifying information. And when that security guard showed up here, he didn't know that this was not private property. He just assumed. And so, of course, you guys have to take your calls. I understand that. I'm just saying, I knew this was going to happen because we have a map ready. In fact, like I said, you guys can go to it yourself. Adams County website. So, like I said, Adams County main website map.
You don't know him, right? Okay, so you know each other, so anything said to you,
Nope.
you can relay to him, right?
Definitely not. Nobody warned
You're
me
standing
that
there-
this was
you're standing there,
trespassing.
right? Whatever.
Well,
What was your phone number again? 970?
don't worry about it. Don't worry about it, Dave. Don't worry about it. You're a separate entity. It's 970-412-5463.
5463?
Yes. What you guys got to understand is if somebody gives him a warning, number one, we personally think it's really, really, really questionable.
Would you hold this?
One, it's very questionable that one person can get a warning from somebody that's not a business owner here, and then somehow ownership rights have been transferred to other people that aren't part of this entity that can give warnings. So, for instance, if there's a skateboarder here, can you guys just arrest somebody on a skateboarding right away, trespassing? You always have to give a warning, and they always have to give the warning. I've learned this very, very clearly. Police can't give those warnings because then it's a private-public interaction. You know, you can at most call security over to come warn him. Even bigger no-no, you can't hold somebody for them to come over and identify them because that's wrongful imprisonment. There's no statute for a private party of personal identification of an exclusionary order. And so that's just alone really questionable. But above all, when we noticed that he got a warning, and not warning, but was literally told that if he didn't leave, it'd be trespassing. That's all his business. That's all his business. He was standing over there. We know our property lines. We know that without a warning, we always have our first go because it's the public-private interaction. It's like someone who's skateboarding. And even worse, what we've learned is that all the signs that we ever see are no soliciting. This holding a sign and not saying anything, not making a request, not knocking on windows, is not actually soliciting. And the ACLU is very clear about this. And it's actually not illegal anywhere in the United States to hold a sign. And if you guys have other statutes, which we know about, like 941, like no soliciting, it doesn't apply to there either because we're not soliciting. But if you want, the ACLU is very clear that it had problems with the statutes that mention just simply standing on a median, not doing anything wrong. So when I'm standing on a median and I'm not soliciting, I was ready to case law because I know my rights.
What are you looking for? What is the purpose of this? I'm going to ask you to move along. I'm the second guy that showed up here. This is all late information. What are you trying to accomplish?
You guys, that's the perfect question that no one wants to ask us, and no one wants to believe the answer of. We need money. We're hometown natives of Fort Collins, where our Mormon family disowned us and basically defamed us and didn't teach us anything. So I ended up committing what looked like crimes, but I had a developmental disability kleptomania. I got in trouble in the main system, legal system, 18 and a half, got charged as an adult when I should have got charged as a child. I become wrongfully convicted because I want to actually do good, and I basically end up pleading guilty to crimes I didn't even do. Then what happens is I spend 4 years trying to figure out why I did this and how I did it. I end up telling my brother about it. He's fallen away from the faith too. My family doesn't believe him or me, and they actually think that he's now bipolar, so they defame him as some bipolar guy. So he gets all screwed up on pills, and no help there. And as we're trying to figure this out, we're trying to ask people for help. No one believes us. No one wants to help us out. And so he ends up getting hurt in work environments and being pushed into unsafe work environments where he's trying to file workers' comp and he can't. And I get pushed around in jobs that discriminate. So I can't find good jobs, and all the jobs are crappy jobs because people are lynching me for my criminal record, which is actually a medical disability. And so what ends up happening is we keep asking for help, we keep not getting it until we end up in a basement where we're breaking the city's 3 unrelated rule up there. There's, different municipalities have these rules where, 3 to a house and whatever. We broke it for a year. We broke it successfully. When we couldn't pay rent 1 month, basically the city decided to take an internal complaint from our live-in landlords, only find just 2 of us in a 5 unrelated case, and because we knew that and we were exercising our eviction rights, we jacked their courts, and they ended up trying to fine us $141,000 for 26 days worth of waiting for our evictions to go through. So we caught them. We caught them racketeering. We caught them lying to cover it up. We caught them perjuring in eviction courts so forth and so on. And when we file a complaint, we actually get this dismissed, but it wastes 3 months of our time. Now we're on the streets. Right before I ended up on the streets, I lost my job through a medical complication, and I got assaulted out of my residence. So I used to have a computer job, guys. I'm not a hobo or a homeless guy in any way, shape, or form.
You definitely seem pretty intelligent.
Yeah, we're really trying, and basically we're so disenfranchised by our socioeconomic background, our national origin, that we ended up needing places to sleep in Fort Collins. That we've tried the shelters before, and they have these camping vans, and we find out that they're not even applied constitutionally, not correctly. They're used interchangeably. Sleeping tickets, we call it. If you're in a day with a structure, construction structure. If you're in a park, it's called curfew. If you're camping, it's camping. And then basically, every time they did, they couldn't do it right. And before I knew it, we were part of the Occupy Jefferson protest. We're in a lawsuit there where they ticketed us and removed us from what they claimed was in the park. And I had told them before I showed up that I was in the right of way, and I talked to the street department about it, and they're like, that's a good argument for court. And so now we have kidnapping charges on the city for removing us from rights of ways. And it keeps going, and to the point where we got ticketed outside of the park again, followed out this time. So now it's a stalking charge, and then that's what sent us down here to look for help, because we just need places to sleep so that we can prepare our paperwork, so that we can get out of all this, so we can get back to the jobs that everyone wants us to be in. So I'm really sorry. This looks like some sort of sting, guys, but it's really an awkward position where we have to look for these little bureaucratic cracks to get help, because we are literally surrounded by a whole bunch of people that don't know the federal constitutional law, and mix that with a whole bunch of hate crimes of homeless discrimination and so forth. And like I said, all right, go on. I'm sorry. Thank
your
you.
ID back. Your phone back. You want to stand there, fine. You're going to stand up there. As soon as you step off that curb, I'm going to cite you.
Exactly. We were actually hoping for a cop to actually get down to that business right there, because we don't want to break law. We don't want to upset traffic. I've actually had to turn people down.
That's how the traffic goes. Okay, you know that you said that the guys that looked this up. This is the line. Fine. You can't do trespassing. What we can do, as soon as you step off that curb to approach any vehicle, you're then under the municipal code.
Yep, 941. Absolutely.
It's not 941. There is a Westminster City municipal code.
For obstructing traffic,
yes.
Just generally speaking.
Basically stepping off the curb into traffic.
Absolutely.
Okay?
Absolutely.
If you do that, I will cite you for that.
Yeah, we knew about that one too.
Okay.
Like I said, we're really trying to be careful, guys.
Okay.
It sounds weird, but
I'm just letting you know that that's the situation, okay?
Exactly.
Dave understands.
Yeah, and honestly, we'll go just because, we got what we need for tonight. We don't need much, propane, gas. But just try to understand, guys.
All right.
We're not out to get you. Just try to open up an investigation
We're
first.
not out to get you either. It's just that we have certain things that we have to. There's guys that as soon as we saw him earlier,
of course,
they would have just written him the ticket. There's no warning.
Yeah, so
there's nothing that says we have to give you a warning for anything like that.
So to clarify, because I never got a real chance to figure it out. So evidently, so if we're on private property, we've never been warned.
If you're on private property, you're trespassing.
Okay.
You guys both know, you and Dave both know that if you step onto that property, they've asked you not to do that here.
And now,
so
is that
you've been
advised?
advised. It's not, but if you come back, they can say tonight we've contacted you and told you you're not allowed to do that on the property.
Yep, of course, exactly. That's how
we've known all. If you come back and do
like
this,
skateboarding, things like that.
Exactly.
It doesn't matter.
You want to come here and shop? Absolutely, that's no problem.
Perfect.
You want to come here and
what we know
hold
about.
up your sign? Then you've already been warned. Now it then becomes trespassing. Issued a summons for trespassing.
Yes, exactly.
Okay.
Very nervous to step over there.
Okay.
I'm really sorry, guys. It's just, but there's one thing I could leave with you guys. Maps. They're all over the place. And Adams County had one that was very, very clear, and it had an overlay of 2 different types. So we were,
The problem is the mall company here is, and I was explaining this today. They are responsible for everything that comes from that curb line north.
that would be stepping their boundaries.
They are by the city.
Actually,
They are by the
can,
city. They are
maintain-
responsible.
I've learned that they can maintain the public right of ways, like the actual flowers and rocks and so forth. I've seen it elsewhere, but from what I can understand, is that this isn't actually their property for moving people,
Okay.
because it's a public right of way. Because I saw the property line.
One,
so it
one,
was really
one way or
big.
the other,
Yeah.
what you're doing here, whether it's here or here, is not allowed if you step off the curb. Okay.
Yep, understandable. That's why
Okay.
there's people here, and we try only to grab people from when they're stopped. You know, we
Okay.
don't like people driving by, slowing down for
But
us,
Don't step off the curb.
things like that.
Okay.
Absolutely, understandable.
All right.
Thank you, guys.
So,